Why do most people give up right before their biggest breakthrough? Have you ever sat in a quiet room and felt like your own brain was working against you? It sounds dynamic, right? We talk to ourselves all day long, yet we rarely listen to what we are actually saying. Think about your last big decision. Did you hesitate because of fear? Or did you stop because someone told you it was impossible? Honestly, it happens to all of us. We build these invisible walls inside our minds. Then we spend years staring at them, wishing we could fly over. But what if the door was unlocked the entire time? What if the secret to changing your life isn't working 20 hours a day? What if it's simply changing the inner story you repeat every morning? Sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? But simplicity is often where the deepest truth lives. Welcome back to Elite Summaries. If you love deep insights that transform your daily habits, hit that subscribe button right now. Join our growing community of high achievers. Together, we break down life's biggest ideas into powerful, actionable steps. Let's look at how your brain actually deals with pressure. When life gets tough, most people run. They look for comfort. They hide behind easy distractions like social media or television. But discomfort is not your enemy. Discomfort is actually proof that you are growing. Imagine lifting weights at the gym. If the bar feels light, your muscles will never adapt. You need resistance to build strength. The exact same rule applies to your mind. When you feel confused, stressed, or challenged, your brain is building new paths. It is expanding its capacity. So why do we hate feeling uncomfortable? Because our ancestors survived by staying safe. Safe meant staying inside the cave. But you don't live in a cave anymore. You live in a world where safety often leads to stagnation. Have you ever wondered why success leaves clues? Look at the top performers in any field. They aren't superhuman. They don't have extra hours in their day. They just look at failure differently. To an average mind, failure feels like a dead end. It feels like shame. But to a master, failure is just data. It's free feedback. When a rocket launches into space, it spends most of its journey off course. It makes micro adjustments every single second. It fails its way all the way to the moon. Why shouldn't you do the same? Stop treating mistakes like identity flaws. A mistake is just an event. It is something that happened, not who you are. The moment you detach your self-worth from your daily results, something magical happens. You become unstoppable. Fear loses its power over your decisions. Let's talk about energy and attention. Every morning, you wake up with a full battery of mental focus. But where do you spend it? Do you waste your first clean hours reading negative news? Do you spend your energy worrying about things you cannot control? Your mind is a pristine garden. If you don't intentionally plant flowers, weeds will grow automatically. Weeds don't need invitation. Negativity, doubt, and comparison will flood your head if you leave the gates open. You must guard your attention like your life depends on it, because your focus literally shapes your reality. What you look at expands. If you look for problems, you will find 100 reasons to feel hopeless. But if you look for solutions, your brain starts finding doors where you only saw walls. Isn't it fascinating how two people can face the exact same situation and get totally different results? One sees a crisis. The other sees a massive opportunity. The situation didn't change. Only their mental lens shifted. Now ask yourself an honest question. What is the one thing you are avoiding right now? Is it that difficult conversation? Is it starting that new project? Is it walking away from an environment that drains your soul? We all have that one thing lingering in the back of our mind. We tell ourselves we will start next Monday. We promise we will do it when the timing is perfect. But perfect timing is a myth created by fear. There is only now. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. Action builds momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Most people wait for motivation to strike before they start working. But motivation is a terrible strategy. Motivation is emotional. It comes and goes like the weather. Some days you feel like a champion. Other days you can barely get out of bed. If you only work when you feel inspired, you will never build anything lasting. Champions don't rely on motivation. They rely on simple systems and unbroken habits. They show up when it's cold. They show up when they are tired. They honor the commitments they made to themselves long after the original feeling has left the room. Think about small, daily habits. They seem completely harmless in the short term. Skipping one workout won't ruin your fitness. Reading 10 pages of a book won't instantly make you a genius. Eating one clean meal won't transform your health overnight. Because of this delay in results, most people give up too early. They work hard for 2 weeks, see no visible changes, and quit. But progress is rarely linear. Progress works like compound interest. Imagine an ice cube sitting in a cold room at 20 degrees. You slowly heat the room. 21 degrees, 22 degrees, 23 degrees. Nothing happens. The ice cube stays solid. You keep heating it. 29, 30, 31 degrees. Still, nothing moves. Then you reach 32 degrees. Suddenly the ice begins to melt. A single degree made all the difference. Was it only that last degree that did the work? No, it was all the hidden heating that came before it. Your hard work is never wasted. It is simply stored. Every late night, every quiet sacrifice, every time you choose discipline over cheap pleasure, you are raising the temperature. Keep going. The melting point is closer than you think. Let's address the noise of other people's opinions. How much of your life are you living for yourself, and how much are you living to impress strangers? It's a tough truth to swallow. We buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we don't even like. Why do we care so much about fitting in? Because deep down, we want approval. But real freedom starts the day you stop asking for permission to live your own life. People will judge you regardless of what you do. If you stay small, they will call you lazy. If you aim high, they will call you arrogant. Since you cannot control their opinions, you might as well follow your true path. Let your results do the talking. You don't need to announce your plans to the world. Move in silence. Let your success be the loud noise that wakes everyone up. Have you ever noticed how self-doubt sneaks in right when you are about to step up? That small inner voice whispers, "Who do you think you are? You aren't smart enough. You aren't ready. You don't have enough resources." Here is a simple truth. That voice isn't telling you to stop. That voice is simply proving that you are pushing beyond your comfort zone. Imposter syndrome is actually a sign of growth. It means you are entering new territory. Instead of fighting the fear, invite it along for the ride. Fear is just energy. You can choose to interpret that energy as anxiety, or you can channel it as excitement. Both feel identical in the body. Heart racing, palms sweating, quick breath. The only difference is the label your mind puts on it. Reframe your narrative. Tell yourself, "My heart is beating fast because I am ready to dominate. My body is preparing me for action." When you shift your interpretation, you transform fear into pure fuel. Now let's examine your inner circle. Look closely at the 5 people you spend the most time with. Are they pushing you to grow? Are they challenging your limits? Or are they pulling you down to their level of comfort? It is almost impossible to live a high-level life if you are constantly surrounded by low-level energy. Energy is contagious. If you hang out with 4 negative people, you will soon become the 5th. But if you surround yourself with ambitious, disciplined, and positive individuals, their standards will naturally rub off on you. Sometimes, growth requires subtraction before addition. You may need to distance yourself from toxic environments. It might feel uncomfortable at first. You might lose old friends. But you cannot fly high if you keep holding on to things that drag you down. Protect your peace. Prioritize your environment. Your future self will thank you for making the hard choices today. Let's talk about the power of gratitude. In a world constantly telling you that you aren't enough, gratitude is an act of rebellion. We spend so much time looking at the top of the mountain that we forget to appreciate how far we have climbed. Take a breath. Look around you right now. You are living answers to prayers you prayed years ago. The apartment you live in, the freedom you have, the knowledge you possess. Your past self dreamed about these things. Don't get so caught up in the pursuit of more that you miss the beauty of what is already here. Gratitude isn't just a nice feeling. It is a powerful state of mind. When you operate from abundance, you attract better decisions. You act out of clarity rather than desperation. What would happen if you committed to your goals for just 90 days? No excuses, no distractions, no quitting when it gets boring. What could your life look like 3 months from now? Most people overestimate what they can do in a day, but vastly underestimate what they can achieve in a year. Consistency beats talent every single time. Talent without discipline is just wasted potential. But relentless discipline will outshine raw talent every day of the week. You don't need a grand master plan for the next 10 years. You just need to win today. Win the morning. Control your afternoon. Finish your evening with purpose. String together enough victorious days, and a victorious life takes care of itself. Stop looking for shortcuts. Stop searching for secret hacks. The real hack is showing up every day when nobody is watching. The secret is loving the process, not just the prize. When you fall in love with the daily grind, the outcome becomes inevitable. The mountain peak is glorious, but the transformation happens during the climb. Embrace the steep trails. Welcome the heavy boots. You are building character that no one can ever take away from you. Remember why you started. When the days feel long and your energy feels low, reconnect with your core purpose. Why are you doing this? Is it for your family? Is it for your freedom? Is it to prove to yourself what you are truly capable of? Hold that vision tightly in your mind. Let it be the lighthouse that guides you through the storm. Circumstances will change. Challenges will arise. But your commitment must remain rock solid. You possess a reservoir of untapped potential waiting inside you. You have barely scratched the surface of what you can accomplish. The only real boundaries are the ones you build in your own thoughts. Tear them down. Step out of the shadows of self-doubt. Take full ownership of your life starting today. No more blaming the economy, your past, or other people. You hold the pen. You write the chapters. Make it a story worth telling. Thank you for spending your valuable time with us at Elite Summaries. If these words ignited something inside you today, share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Keep learning, keep pushing forward, and keep building the life you were meant to live.